Welcome to Meta 2020. It's your girl D, and you are in for a treat today. I am super excited. I have not only is she my sister, not only is she my coworker, but she is an amazing woman here today. We are joined by Complex the Creator. Yay! Yay! Today, guys, she is our special guest. She's literally caught off guard. She did not even know that she was going to be on Meta 2020. I'm like, hey, Complex. Glad to see you at work today. Have a seat. And she looked at me and was like, what?
Yeah.
And as you guys can see, she also has on the brand new headset. So we'll ask her a couple of questions about that as well. So, Complex, let's just get right into it. How are you feeling at this moment?
I'm really excited. I'm really nervous, and I was just not expecting this, to be honest. Thank you really means a lot, because a lot of people come in this chair and seat and have great conversations with you. So I'm just really excited now to be part of that long list.
Yes. So Complex, she is a part of Meta 2020. She does our Meta Noticias station, which is our Spanish station. So Complex, tell me, she's actually, let's say she is the head of that station. Yay!
Yes.
So
yes.
Complex, tell me about tell me a little bit about how you feel about being a part of Horizons and along with the Meta Noticias station.
Yeah, definitely. I started Horizon almost at the same time that I started Meta Noticias. It's actually was 2 weeks in Horizon, and I see a post about looking for Spanish reporters, and
Awesome.
I'm like, let me try it out. Let me see what it's about. And I met MsRoxxz, and she's like, yeah, you can come in for a try it out. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And she's like, yeah, you could be part of it. I'm like, awesome. And ever since, it's been, consistent coming in and meeting awesome people and meeting fellow creators and making awesome friends along the way that make all of this really worth it. You make all of this really, it makes it worth it, all the time that we were spending here and all the hours, at the time of creating as well. So I'm really happy actually where all this journey has been, going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me a little bit about you getting into building. What inspired you, Complex, to begin to build and here in Horizon?
Of course. I started to build actually as soon as I saw that it was a possibility. I didn't even understood what I was doing. I didn't even knew what it was what. I'm like, ooh, this looks like fun. It reminded me of Legos, like you're just trying to put the pieces together and make something out of it. and I love that. It took a little while to understand all about the capacity and how to do some stuff. But I don't know. I actually didn't. I only knew that you were gonna be able to build. I didn't care really about the social part, but I'm really glad that I have met people along the way that, that was the first thing that drove them here, and that they later on discover all this, amazing people in the communities that are here in Horizon as well.
Yeah.
So it's the people.
So Complex, can you tell? Okay, I want to know a little bit about some things that you've built around here. For one, let's look at this beautiful edifice behind us. She built our Empire State Building. Yay! Isn't it beautiful, guys? So can you tell me what was your inspiration behind building the Empire State Building?
Yeah, of course. The inspiration behind it was actually the love of MsRoxxz to New York. I know that she's, she lives in New York. She loves New York, and it was actually for her birthday. So I was like, I know that she likes the beach, but I know that she likes New York, And I'm like, maybe if it's something small or maybe something big, like she could do whatever she wants with it. She could have it really small, like a miniature in her
Okay.
home, or,
Mm-hmm.
use it as a background or something. And I just look into the images and I was like, I'm gonna try my best and see if it comes close to it. And even
Yes.
I wasn't aware that she knew right away what it was until later on when she was like, "Yes, I knew it." I was like, "Oh, I'm so happy," because I was really nervous about that because I haven't even been to New York myself. Like, I went when I was a child, so I'm like,
Okay.
I'm really going by the picture and hoping that I capture what it is,
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mm-hmm.
was
Uh-huh.
pretty interesting to do, pretty fun as well. And I'm glad that that she loved it. I'm really happy of that. Like that's what I wanted, for her to love it, and I'm happy that she does.
Awesome. She absolutely loves it. We here at Meta News, we love it. We cherish it. We look at it, take pictures with it and everything. We love it. And we appreciate you
Okay.
for making that for her as a birthday present. It's always nice to be the person on the giving end to other people, and and then they show you how much they appreciate it. So let's get a little bit into what you've been doing lately. I need to hear about what have you done lately? I love your club, girl. So let's talk about the club, honey. We get in there, we do our thing.
Yes. Yes, of course. Well, you already know that I have Mezcal Club. That's the original one. And
Yes.
I wanted to change a little bit the ambience, the look, but there's some story on it. I collab with people in there, so just to change it without, because currently right now they're not here. Without them here, I'm like, it doesn't feel right. So what
Okay.
stops me from doing a second part? Nothing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. I did a mix of the vibe that we have on the original one, and I
Yes.
already have previously built something that I wanted to add. I just didn't know how. And one day I just like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna be able to mix them together. And it was able to come along in a really well manner. In my opinion, is beautiful. It offers a classy look to a new juvenile look as well. Right now we're on holiday, so I put up a Christmas tree with like building stuff,
Yes.
like your
Yes.
controllers and certain stuff, because I'm in build mode a
Yep.
lot. So that's like that's what I relate to, and plus we're in the metaverse. I think that is a definitely a nice touch. There's a Santa as well. There's doors for the fellow creators that have allowed me to be a tester or even an
Mm-hmm.
editor, just so they could have some exposure as well. And right now the club is really, I'm really trying to get it going again, because we took a
Yes.
break. We were focusing on the Latin month of
Mm-hmm.
the Hispanic Heritage Month, and I built some worlds around it. So I took a break because I was like really pressure on all that, and I'm like, okay, let me take a break. But now we're all back in, refreshed, re-energized, and ready to to keep the party going, and to keep building. Definitely something that I like doing, really.
Okay. So can you give us a list of your worlds that you've created already? For everybody to know what world you've created? Or even
Yes.
the worlds that you've collabed with people that you are a part of as well.
Of course, of course. Well, even the first one is a little shady though. I could tell you right now, it's not the best, but I'm not gonna delete it because,
Don't
uh,
delete it. It's your
no,
first
I won't.
world.
I won't exactly that part, because everything I remember how I felt about that world, and I remember that I
Okay.
was super happy. So the first one is actually called El Bosque Hangout. And you could do little things in there. If you touch some stuff, you can gravity or teleport somewhere else. So it's pretty fun.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting. And then I have some cultural worlds about
Mm-hmm.
Mexico and Mexican. So I have Teotihuacan, and I have Chichen Itza, and as well I have tequila and una tequilera. And those last ones make honor or a little bit of description. Tequila, is a
Mm.
popular drink in Mexico.
Yes, yes,
Is a
yes.
popular drink worldwide. So for people to experience a little bit of the town, to learn a little bit about the place, the culture, where it comes from, what it means, and then the process of making it. I went to tequila myself when I was a kid with my parents, and I
Mm-hmm.
fell in love. Even though that I couldn't drink it, I fell in love with the
Mm-hmm.
process of, of it and seeing it, and it feels so good to know how things are done to a certain extent,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and so I like that part. And additionally to that, I have some houses. I have some meta homes.
Okay.
One of them is called ComplexCreator. The other one is called the Cabin Vacation Getaway. And I have another one that it was my first meta home that you could tell the difference. It's called Relax Complex, and I think I think that's it. They're mine. In collabs, I have collabs in one that is called Mexico en el Metaverso.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was along with Luis and Eduardo and some other fellow Mexican creators. We try
Okay.
to make the presence, and at least, like if you go, you could visit other Mexican worlds or other stuff that they're on the work stuff as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and La Plaza Latina, it's definitely a place that you could find a lot of Latin worlds and a lot of Latin creators. And it's definitely a place to go if you want to learn about the culture, if you want to just learn who are those fellow creators, who
Mm-hmm.
have Latin roots as well.
Okay, cool. So Complex, can you explain to us like how is it being Hispanic and then trying to incorporate that into Horizon? Has that been a hard thing for you?
Uh, I mean, building wise is definitely a hard part because you have to see how you could kind of imitate what is your culture. Like there's certain things, like for example, for the permits, it took me a little bit of looking at images and looking at how they look like and how they build and like all the way like a 360 look of them because
Yes.
we're in 3D, so I have to do all that research. And I love that. I love the fact that I have to do the research in order to bring that out here,
Mm-hmm.
because it educates me more about my own culture. And it's definitely a challenge. I mean, when you're building something that isn't here, it's definitely a
Yes.
challenge because you want the quality to be good. You want the things to be, top notch in everything. So it's definitely a
Yeah.
challenge, but I love it. I love being able to represent my culture and to be able to bring awareness about the culture as well. I have had people that are like, "Oh, I've been on your world without even knowing," and I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate the fact that you're making the Latin culture aware. And I'm just like all up for it, to be honest, because who don't need representation, you know?
Right, right, right. That is awesome. I'm always excited when I step into your worlds and come to the club and things of that sort. It's
Yes, thank
always
you.
a good time. So we all noticed that you have the new headset. And we can see your
Yes.
bright smile, your eyes are doing this thing and everything. So how do you like it? How do you feel about the new headset?
Oh, it's definitely different. Is People say that it's lighter. It's actually heavier, but the balance point is way better. Uh, the controllers, at least for me, they feel lighter and maybe smaller. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, they feel like that. um,
Right?
um, I have seen that people don't like how it is like by itself. I actually don't have any issues with it. I find it comfortable to the point that
Yeah.
I could use it like for a good amount of hours, 5 6 hours, like plus going.
Hmm.
Uh, just and I don't find, as far as it's not too tight, I'm really good.
Right.
So I
Awesome.
like it. I like how the colors look. I like the crispiness. I like
Hmm.
all of that. So I'm really a fan
Yeah.
of that, to be honest.
Okay. Good, good, good. Glad to hear it. So complex. When if I'm a new Latin American just coming to the headset and I'm trying to feel my way around this new space in Horizons, what would be your advice to them?
Um, Visit worlds. Don't be afraid to interact with people. If you see a creator in the world, get close. More likely, they're gonna be happy to see you there, to see you in their world. We're gonna be really happy
Yes.
for that. We're not gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" No, we're really happy to see y'all. And
Absolutely.
and if you don't speak English, for example, because that's what happens to some people, uh,
Yes.
go try type in your own language. Maybe you find something type worlds that you could be popular. Like there's places that you will definitely meet people that speak your language and that are similar to you. Definitely go to Meta Noticias, type in there. You could
Absolutely.
find the worlds, you could find doors to my worlds, doors to MsRoxxz and to other Latin creators and
Mm-hmm.
Hispanic creators who definitely put an effort for the awareness, the little by little getting out there more and more, by worlds.
Yeah.
If it's not by how many of us it is by how many
Mm-hmm.
worlds we put out there, at least that represent us. And
Right.
definitely look for like go to the Latin clubs. Definitely, I think that that's something that can definitely help meeting fellow people and people similar
Okay.
to what you like. It's who don't like a good party.
Cool. So what's coming up next for you here in Horizon?
Ooh, more representation. To be honest, I want to keep representing my culture.
Yes.
I want to be able to, like, for example, this movie, Wakanda. I loved it, and it definitely was like an inspiration to keep doing that. And who knows, maybe a collab is going on the way with a fellow creator. Who knows? Who knows? So it is definitely the representation. I want to be I want to keep bringing the Mexican culture and stuff that are representative, for us, and as well to be able to offer some type of education, if
Mm-hmm.
any, to anyone, because you never know, uh, if anybody's taking it, and if somebody is, that's already a gain. You're
Yeah.
already sharing more. And they're getting out of here with some education, like with more than what they came in. So that's
Right.
definitely a plus. And that and probably more meta homes, to be honest. I enjoy building houses. I'm such a house person. Like I like to be at
Okay.
home a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope that y'all don't get tired of that because I'm probably gonna keep building that for a hot minute. And yeah, that's mainly it for now. In the club, definitely just, every weekend, every Friday night, mezcal. To be honest.
Yes, yes. So, Complex, can you tell people where we can find you at? What's your Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook,
Yes.
your Cash App,
Yes.
all of that?
Of course. Yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram as complex_creator.br. On Facebook, you can find my page as complex_creator. Find me there. On Oculus, you
Oh.
can find me like this. And yes, that's all that I have for now.
Awesome, awesome,
Yes.
awesome. It has been my pleasure, sis, to have you on with me.
Oh,
Meta
pleasure so
2020. It
mine.
was a surprise to you, but we're so
Yes.
happy. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like, we here at Meta News are super, super proud of our creators. Complex came in and she hit the ground running. And we here as a family, we love to push one another. We love to give each other great feedback, and things of that sort, and feed off of ideas from each other. So I can say that I really appreciate Complex for hitting the ground running and being an inspiration to each and every one of us. And I thank you for spending time
Yes.
out of bill mode. Thank you. Because that's what she
No,
always in bill mode.
thank you
Thank
for
you so
having me,
much.
really. Yes, no,
Not a
thank you for
problem.
having me.
I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for joining us today on Meta 2020. Continue to be yourself. Be you, because can't nobody else be you. Have a good night. Bye.